You have been germinating your seeds wrong this entire time, and it has been silently costing you weeks of wasted effort, dead seedlings, and the crushing disappointment of staring at a tray of soil that never seems to do anything. What if I told you that for literally $3, you could change everything about the way your seeds sprout, and have them pushing through the soil in a fraction of the time it normally takes? Most gardeners, even the experienced ones, have never heard of this, and once you see it work, you will never go back to the old way again. Let's talk about what is actually happening when you plant a seed and nothing comes up. You water it, you wait, you check it every single morning with a kind of anxious hope, and then after 2 weeks of nothing, you start wondering if the seeds were bad, if you did something wrong, or if gardening just is not for you. The truth is, most of the time the seeds are perfectly fine. The problem is something far more fundamental, something that almost nobody talks about, and something that is happening even before you press that seed into the soil. Seeds are not like plugging something in and switching on a light. They are living things, and they are deeply cautious. Inside every seed is a tiny embryo wrapped in a hard, protective coat, and that coat exists for one reason: to make absolutely sure the seed does not wake up at the wrong moment. Nature designed seeds to survive droughts, cold winters, and unpredictable conditions. So by default, they are built to wait. They are built to resist. And until certain very specific signals tell them that it is safe to grow, they will just sit there, dormant, stubborn, waiting for conditions they cannot yet confirm are right. When you plant a seed in a pot of soil and water it, you are giving it moisture. That is a good start. But for a lot of seeds, moisture alone is not enough to flip that switch. The seed coat is thick and waxy on many varieties. Water penetrates slowly. Germination signals reach the embryo slowly. And so days pass, sometimes weeks, while the seed sits there receiving just barely enough stimulus to stay curious, but not enough to actually commit. That is the invisible war happening in your seed tray right now, and it is why so many people give up on growing from seed entirely. Now, here is where things get interesting. Scientists discovered something decades ago that most home gardeners have never once been told. There is a technique so simple, so ancient in practice, and so dramatically effective that it can reduce germination time from weeks down to days, sometimes even hours. It costs almost nothing to do. You need only one basic item that you can find at any grocery store or pharmacy for around $3. And once you understand the science behind it, you will realize why it works so well, and you will be genuinely amazed that this is not standard advice for every beginning gardener on the planet. The technique is called scarification, and the $3 item you need is a simple nail file or a sheet of fine sandpaper. That is it. That is the whole thing. $3. Sometimes less. And no, before you dismiss this as too simple to be real, stay with me, because what this does to the biology of germination is nothing short of remarkable. Here is the thing most people do not realize. That hard seed coat your seeds are wearing is not just decoration. It is an armor designed to repel water. It is the single biggest physical barrier standing between your seed and the signal it needs to wake up and grow. When you gently scrape the surface of a seed with a nail file, you are not damaging it. You are opening a door. You are creating microscopic abrasions in that outer coat that allow water to penetrate directly to the embryo almost immediately, instead of waiting for days of slow osmosis to do the work. You are essentially fast-forwarding the part of nature that normally takes a rainstorm, followed by weeks of freeze and thaw to accomplish. Think about what happens to seeds in the wild. They fall to the ground in autumn. They get buried under soil and leaves. Through winter, they are tumbled around by rain and runoff, scraped against rocks and gravel, frozen and thawed repeatedly. By the time spring arrives and conditions are warm enough to grow, that seed coat has been naturally broken down just enough for water to rush in and trigger germination. Scarification mimics that exact process, but you do it deliberately and precisely in about 30 seconds, right before you plant. And here is the part that surprises even experienced gardeners. You do not scrape hard. You do not want to damage the embryo inside. You are not trying to crack the seed open or sand it down to nothing. What you want is just a tiny patch of roughened texture, a barely noticeable dullness on one small area of the seed coat. That is genuinely all it takes. 1 or 2 gentle passes with a nail file on the flat side of the seed, and you have done it. Then you plant it immediately, water it well, and watch what happens over the next 2 to 4 days. The results are almost disorienting the first time you see them. Seeds that normally take 14 to 21 days to show any sign of life are suddenly sprouting in 3 to 5 days. Varieties that have always been difficult or inconsistent for you start germinating at a rate you have never seen before. And the seedlings that emerge are often stronger, too. because water and oxygen reach the embryo at exactly the right moment, without delay, without the slow trickle that sometimes causes partial germination or weak, leggy sprouts. Now, not every seed benefits equally from scarification, and this is where a little bit of knowledge goes a long way. Seeds with obviously hard shell-like coats are the ones that respond most dramatically. Morning glories are one of the most famous examples, and if you have ever tried to grow morning glories and waited impatiently for weeks, scarification will change your entire relationship with that plant. Nasturtiums, sweet peas, moonflowers, parsley, beets, squash, and many types of beans all respond incredibly well. These are all seeds with notably thick or waxy coats, and they all share that same biological hesitation that scarification solves in seconds. Smaller seeds like tomatoes, peppers, and lettuce have thinner coats and generally germinate well on their own, so scarification matters less there. But for the seeds that always seem to give you trouble, the ones you plant and wait and lose confidence over, there is a very good chance that a $3 nail file is the entire solution to your problem. Here is another thing worth knowing, and this is where most people mess up even after they learn about scarification. The timing matters. You want to plant the seed immediately after scarifying it. The moment you break that seed coat, you have signaled to the seed that conditions are changing, and you want water to reach the embryo right away. Do not scarify a batch of seeds and then leave them sitting in a bowl on your counter for 3 days before planting. Scarify them, plant them, water them. That sequence is the whole recipe. There is also a complementary step that pairs beautifully with scarification, and it costs nothing at all. Once your seed is scarified, try soaking it in room temperature water for 8 to 24 hours before planting, depending on the size of the seed. Larger seeds like beans and nasturtiums can handle the longer soak. Smaller seeds do well with just 8 to 12 hours. This soaking step, combined with scarification, is an almost unfair advantage. The seed coat is already open, and now you are flooding the embryo with water from every direction. Germination signals fire rapidly. The embryo activates its growth hormones, and by the time you put that seed in soil, it is not starting from zero. It is already awake, already running, already doing what it was always meant to do. What you are building with these 2 steps is essentially a recreation of the exact conditions nature uses to break dormancy in the wild, except compressed into a single afternoon instead of an entire winter. You are working with biology instead of against it, and that is really the key insight underneath all of this. Most germination problems are not about bad seeds or bad soil or bad luck. They are about failing to give the seed the specific cues it needs to feel safe enough to grow. Remove the barrier, provide the water signal, and seeds respond exactly as nature designed them to. People spend money on heat mats, specialized seed starting mixes, expensive grow lights, and humidity domes, and those things can help. But none of them address the actual first step, which is getting water past the seed coat and into contact with the embryo quickly and consistently. That is the foundation of fast germination, and everything else is secondary to it. You can have the perfect setup in every other way, and still watch seeds sit dormant for 3 weeks, because that waxy outer coat is slowing everything down. Once you try this for the first time, and see those seedlings pushing up through the soil days earlier than anything you have grown before, something shifts in how you think about gardening. You start understanding that plants are not passive. They are responding to signals, constantly making decisions, constantly reading the environment. And when you know how to give them the right signals at the right moment, you become genuinely good at growing things. Not because you bought the most expensive equipment or followed some elaborate system, but because you understood one small piece of biology and acted on it. That is the real reward here. Not just faster germination, though that is genuinely exciting and satisfying in its own right. The reward is the confidence you get when you understand why something works. Because that knowledge transfers. It makes you better at every other aspect of growing, more observant, more intuitive, more willing to try things and trust the process. Gardening stops feeling like guesswork and starts feeling like a conversation you actually know how to have. So the next time you are standing in a garden center, or sorting through a packet of seeds, or staring at a tray of soil that has been stubbornly quiet for 2 weeks, remember this: $3, a nail file, 30 seconds of gentle work, and a seed that finally gets the signal it has been waiting for. That is all it takes to go from frustrated to fascinated, from waiting to growing, and from wondering why nothing is sprouting to watching your garden come alive faster than you ever thought possible.